when I first started in business down the journey of becoming an entrepreneur, I was young and I had a girlfriend at the time. We kind of entered the space or the journey together. So I had a girlfriend first, and then I picked up this book. It was called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And from one day to the next, it was as if I was searching for answers as to what to do with that. Like I said, very young. I think at the time I was 19 or 20 years old when I got the book. Maybe 21, but definitely in that range. And I get the book and I read it on one day and I start taking notes, and I decide to, start this journey of becoming a entrepreneur. And I didn't know how I was going to go about it. He mentioned network marketing in the book, and that to me immediately sounded like, great, I'll do that, whatever that is. And this isn't me asking you to join my network marketing company. This is not what this is about at all. I just wanted to give you the backdrop as to how I came to be where I am today. And here we are. It's 2020. It's been many years since I picked up that book. And I've worked with women, with large groups, one-on-one clients, one-on-one with both men and women since 2003, one-on-one with clients, and with great success, meaning keeping it primarily to the gym and the goals of building muscle, burning fat, as I talk about in almost every video. My name is Jacob Adams. I'm a fitness and leadership coach. Help people just like you get to the next level, burning fat, building muscle. And I talk about this on every video. Now, at this stage in my career, I've really been soul searching. And when I say that, like, that isn't lip service. I'm really soul searching to see what is the segment of market or people that I want to serve. And it keeps coming up that I would like to work with men who are single and in business. That lift weights, are into fitness. Meaning, let's just say you are single, but you're not into business, or neither are you into weight training. Well, while I could still work with you, I may not click with you as much. Whereas if you're into business, you are into exercising or a sport of any kind, and you're single, the chances that we're going to click are significant. And I say this because I think that single businessmen are, if we take, for instance, the area of relationships, speaking from my core, I typed a few notes to what I wanted to say in this video, but I'm going to just put that aside for a second and just speak from my heart. Today's businessman or single man is in this world where, women are basically looking to treat their bodies like little businesses, to get as many likes for their booty shot on Instagram as possible, create as much of a follower as possible, and increase their market value, sexual market value, as much as possible. So, and this comes right from the same market that is driving pornography, right? So, in other words, we all know that Pornhub exists, or we all know that porn's been around for many years, and that was sort of where it was. It kind of stayed there. And now pornography is sort of spilling into, the dating world, where it's, if I get on, let's say, Plenty of Fish or, Match.com or any fucking dating site, it's not going to take long before I am, hey, look, come to my premium Snapchat, or hey, sex is $200 a night, or it's this consistent bombardment of the lack of sincerity. And I wanted to give you that it's not saying that there's absolutely no good women. There doesn't exist. That's not why I'm making this video. I'm only giving you this video to give you insight as to why I want to work with single businessmen who lift or exercise. Because if we take that one segment, and there's other aspects to this, and we sort of start seeing the alienation that men are experiencing. Like, it's like, I've had to consider my next relationship being an open relationship, meaning like she can date other men, I could date other women, because of the fact that of where it is. It's almost as if, even if someone says they're going to be loyal to you, maybe, let's just say, she's going to be bombarded by a bunch of people trying to get in her DM, trying to sleep with her. They find out she's with you, now they want her even more. Or, it's a consistent, like, never-ending tension and landscape. And it's become its own business to, like, have a woman. Like, it's its own business. Now, it may have always been so. This isn't new, as much as the intensity to stay in a monogamous relationship long term is seeming to really be at odds here with what's going on. And so that's one of the big drivers that is causing me to want to work with men, primarily to empower men. My business revolves literally in empowerment. I mean, as a coach, it is about empowering strategies, everything going into how do we empower the client? How do I give them information to give them more power? Whether that's more confidence, more muscle, more energy, more health, more time on earth. It's all about empowerment. And so that's just one of the aspects of the dating world has become so, it isn't as straightforward as it used to be. Like I told you, I started with a girlfriend before I even entered the entrepreneurial landscape, and I've seen it grow to where it is now. There wasn't online dating to the extent that there is now. There wasn't, Instagram thotties in every part of, every city in the world. It used to be where you would catch feelings or catch a girl, you thought she was pretty, and you would slowly kind of start talking to each other, and then you exchange numbers and you would talk a little bit and go from there. It was pretty much that way. Okay? Like, the social media thing really added a whole element of tensions to the dynamic. And I said it's become that. So, it's in regards to spirituality, meaning like the aspect that the single businessman is going to deal with. Single businessmen are going to deal with, like, we have an objective to grow a business. We have an objective to hit a marker of success, a certain level of income, a certain amount of clients, a certain amount of impact in our market. And, we can sometimes be judged for that in sometimes even places of worship, or the way we dress, or there's always some kind of tension trying to judge us in what we do, how we think. I could tell you this: I am at the most spiritually centered point of my entire life right now, and I don't enjoy going to church. I've caught sermons online and things like that, but I don't make it a point to just go to church and like, even so, I've been using meditation a lot. But modern businessmen are in a place where they really have to connect with a level of belief within themselves that is very deep in their heart, deep in their soul, to compete and stay committed to the long-term growth of their business, even if they may shift products or services or overall markets or segments. Like I said, this video here and my decision to want to reach out to single businessmen who are into exercising, it comes from a very deep soul searching and researching and deciding where I want to go. So, but that, like I said, it came from a place of inner integrity. Like if someone comes to me, let's just say you were here in the room with me and you said, yeah, I'm a single businessman who lifts. Yeah, how can you help me? I would immediately be able to get right into the conversation of working with you and your sticking points, everything from, so the supplements that you're using, the workout regimens that you do, whether it's CrossFit, bodybuilding, or yoga, or cycling, whatever it is that you're doing, everything that you need to do, talk about as a man, I'm going to be able to help you on that at a very fast rate, and in the spirituality aspects too, all those things. So spirituality is an area that we as businessmen need to really hone in on, and it would seem like it's difficult to find because, like I said, there's always the judgment, there's always the holier than thou Jesus freak or the Bible thumper that, while we succeed in our realm of business, sometimes people want to or sort of take the advantage of us in our moment of humility and say, well, look, now I'm going to be better than you in this arena or something. Like there's always this tension that exists, and even there. So it's the businessman is finding it hard to, find peace in every segment, like in the relationship segment, in the spiritual segment. And again, this is even more prevalent for single men because we're kind of right in the war. We're right in the trenches of all these elements because we're a threat to some people because we're single, and we are, not accepted because we're not married or whatever. And so we create these tensions everywhere we go. Okay. So there's something to think about there, and why I'm getting so driven into reaching out to you. In regards to family, I think that what I see as being a single businessman is, like, I've had great successes in my career that I'm very proud of, whether it's taking my family all to Disney World with product sales that was granted, whether it's being able to move to Austin, Texas and go through a journey there, whether it's getting to buy a house or car, finish college. Like, there's been milestones of success to me that I've been very proud of. And while that's true, there's also elements where, the family sometimes wants you to be even more successful, or women want you to be more successful to get married, or there's always these tensions that people want to push onto you as a single businessman that maybe, it's all about, again, tension also in the family life, and going what we're talking about women, it's like this constant bombardment of pressure everywhere we go, where people want us to live by their agenda, to achieve their goals, and our goals and our dreams they so readily want to forget. They so readily want us to not look at. They readily want us to just be discounted. Even the videos on this channel, I think I got like 300 of them. Like, there's always a critic. No matter what step you go into, there's a critic, and it's painful. It's painful because to keep pushing, you got to have everything in alignment. Spirituality, have an understanding of where you are with the opposite sex, have a understanding where you are with your physicality. I think that if you have some experience in lifting, definitely we can work together and it'll be even easier. Let's just say you are just a single businessman, and meaning you're not dating or you're not in a committed relationship, and you're a businessman, but you don't have experience in working out. Well, great. I can go ahead and help you with that area. I'm my only goal in this is to get into the conversation of coaching in all of the aspects of dating, family life, business, and everything. So again, my business is empowerment. That's the core of what I do. Okay, that is the core of what I do. And so this won't be my only time reaching out to you or anything. There's so much to say about these elements. I'm doing my best to get them out there and let them be said. In regards to the physicality aspect, businessmen tend to struggle with the time that they have. Should they spend the time working out or trying to grow their business? And it's a consistent flux. Like even me, my business is that of working out, right? That's part of one of the big drivers of my business. But it's still my business to promote it. Like this video, I still have to promote it. And so that's what I'm saying. There's always a constant tension between developing the body and producing business and creating content and marketing. And, that's what we have to deal with as businessmen. Yeah, single businessmen, I say, because we have a different tone to us, I think. The tonality of the way we approach life is a little different than, let's say, a married businessman. A married businessman speaks, his tone is one of including a family or a woman, and it's a very we tone. It's very we tone, like we. A single businessman has the advantage of being able to fend for himself and fight for himself, and yet, there is a little bit of a disadvantage there to a degree. So balancing it out, of playing to the strengths of that position, and eventually we're gonna be with somebody. That's fine. But to work through the position of being single, an entrepreneur that's single, and work through it as a strength, that is the ultimate goal. Okay, so in doing a lot of inner work since 2014 to now, just 2020 now, my biggest growths have been a lot of acceptance in the face of fear, in the face of challenges. I talk about how 2019 was a really challenging year. My father passed away, family issues came up, a big part of my business took a huge hit, had to change a product line, and just stuff that was so earth shifting, like someone sweeping the rug from under me. That a lot of the stuff that the inner growth has allowed me to do is adapt in the face of uncertainty in a very peaceful way. And that may seem like it's very trivial, but imagine some of those things happening to you. Like you lose your business, you lose your father, family issues, just one of your friends gets ill. Imagine it all coming to you at a fast rate. And you're like, yeah, okay. And so inner growth, spiritual growth has allowed me to really step up to the plate in addition to working out, in addition to the meditation. And that's what I want to offer you, is the ability to grow beyond where you're at. You may be struggling with a breakup. You may be struggling with uncertainty or purpose in your business. And these are the things that, while seemingly trivial to the naked eye, while seemingly trivial or people might want you to shut up and really just take it or whatever, my job as the coach, again, comes back to empowerment, is owning the position that you're in, working on it, and coming out in a better position, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year later, and being able to say, yeah, that was definitely worth it, the inner growth that's happened. See, on this end of the screen, I'm actually really happy. I'm really happy to grow my business, which is one of the elements that I need to do. I need to help people like you get to where I'm at. And at least, in other words, find, let's just say you have your body. Yeah, you're feeling really good with your body. You have your spiritual aspect. you're doing really good in that part. You have your, your dating life, your family life, you're doing really good in those areas. You feel peace in those areas and growth. So that's what's happened to me. And now my business, it's time for me to level up that. And the only way for me to level up that is to level up you. That's it right there. So I'd like to offer you, I'm looking for about 5 men to work with and coach online through FaceTime, Skype, WhatsApp, and I have the software available to train you for fitness and write the programs out for you. I have supplements to ship to you. Everything that we need to get you to the next level, it's ready to go, and I'm excited to offer this to you. This particular, video, if say you're a tough critic on me, you say that wasn't perfect. I understand that there was so much to say, and I needed to get it out. Don't let that be what stops you from taking action. My number is 512-994-7328, and this is a real sincere call to action for you to really ask yourself, do you want more clarity and determination to lead with purpose and with a connection to your work? This video is that for me. I'm very proud of this video that I just made, that you're watching, because it's coming from a place of truth, from a place of sincerity. Whether it could be better or not, that's irrelevant to me. It's that I got it done, and it came from a place of my core, from my truth. So like I said, if you're a single businessman who likes to work out, wants to work out, I'd like to work with you. My programs are pretty affordable. They're not cheap. They're not 99 cents, but they're neither astronomically priced, and they're ready to serve. So I'd like to work with you. My name is Jacob Adams. We'll see you. Hope to hear from you. Bye.